Guys, today's video is gonna be hella interesting. So, I said I wouldn't really post much videos on my channel about the red pill content, but I just can't resist, guys. And then I really feel like I have my own unique perspective on these things to which I wish to share. So, in today's episode of whatever the fucking episode is called, guys, in today's episode of Red Pill Beef, we're going to be talking about the Aber and Peach versus Fresh and Fit. And basically, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about that. I know everyone on the internet is sharing their thoughts about it, guys. The YouTube algorithm loves this like right now. So if you're talking about this, chances are you're going to get a lot of views and a lot of subs. So, and you know, we're all trying to hustle and grow our subs. So if you love my content, I basically speak to creators who are interested in, you know, building a life of their dreams, living in harmoniousness with their visions, and being able to make money and work anywhere in the world. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of tips and tricks for you guys on this channel. So if you are someone interested in any of those things, please subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the video, guys. All right. So the first thing I have to say about this whole situation is it's extremely complicated, right? But I think it's pretty clear to anyone who can see that there was a lot of jealousy going on around Fresh and Fit's show, right? So Fresh and Fit's show basically blew up. You know, they're basically the hottest show in the entire manosphere right now. And Aber and Peach, you know, they kind of had the same format, not really, but two guys and a camera. But Fresh and Fit basically added like the girls, right? So it made it more interesting seeing all these girls basically up there, you know, talking or whatever it is they have to say. So I truly feel, and I think a lot of us who are smart enough can honestly say that Aber and Peach were jealous of the success of Fit and Fresh. Clearly, you know, anyone can see that, right? But with that being said, I think a lot of the actions that Fit, if that's his name, I don't know, is the main guy on the show, Fit, a lot of the things he said and a lot of his actions are clearly simp behavior, right? So one thing I have to just say, as like a Sigma male, is that a lot of times you really do not have to reply back to people's accusations, people's comments, people's threats. You really don't have to reply. Silence is usually the best answer for most people. Silence is usually the best answer. I feel like Fit and Fresh, they didn't have to reply to any of those shit. They didn't have to say anything. They didn't have to apologize. They didn't have to do anything. They just had to continue doing whatever it is they were doing and stacking up their paper, right? But they had to reply, you know, they had to come out and say they're sorry and shit. And then, obviously, Abba and Peach were like, oh, we're not going to accept that apology. That's classic behavior, guys. You never apologize for actions you have already decided to take. I mean, I guess this is not like a definite rule. I mean, there's some cases where you need to apologize if your actions negatively affected another person and the person kind of brings that up to you. I think, yeah, then you have to apologize. But if your actions don't affect the person and they're just generally commenting about not liking the way you go about doing some specific things, you really don't have to apologize. So, you know, I kind of watched the video where they put up Myron's page. Yeah, that's his name. His I guess a dating site that he's on, and you know they kind of showed that, oh, this is the guy that says you don't pay for play, but look at him. He's on the site that requires you to pay for play. I think that was a very low ball move, and I don't really see the point in bringing up his dating profile. I think a lot of guys have a lot of dating 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 profiles in a lot of different sites that we just kind of have there, just to like see like maybe one or two babes that we could possibly smash. It's no big deal. But them bringing it up didn't really make sense. The other thing is the fact that they asked girls who came on their show for sex. I mean, I think we all kind of knew this because I think it's been mentioned a couple of times that they kind of ask the girls that come to their show for sex. I personally, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have asked the girls who came on my show if I had such a platform for sex, but I personally wouldn't text them about it. So, number one lesson you have to learn, guys, do not text babes, call them. Whatever it is that you wish to ask them for, if you have a platform where you wish to, ask them for sex, ask them in person, call them. That's more masculine. It's look them in the eyes and ask them, like, hey babe, I think you look nice. How about we go down to my place after the show? Be a man, right? Do it. But texting them and them having receipts, and now the girls now wish to chase clout, so they'll obviously post the receipts on YouTube as well, which I think they have. So it's just not good, guys. One of the things you have to learn as a man is a woman's DM is a war zone. You do not want to enter there for any reason. You don't want to send any message there that you wouldn't want the world to see, because trust me, once you send a DM, guys, once you send a DM, the world would see that, right? So avoid texting babes sexual advances. Do it in person, guys. Do it in person. It's not that hard. Like, hey, let's meet up for some drinks after the show, guys. Simple. She either says yes or she says no. If she says no, deuces. If she says yeah, cool, right? So they already have the show. Like, if I was in that specific position, I would literally say after the show we're gonna have an after party, and during the after party I would just basically I'll mingle with all the chicks. I'll pick maybe one or two that I think I like the most, and I'll basically make my moves on them while still interacting with the group. Shout out to Coach Carl, because I learned a lot of stuff from Coach Carl on how to interact with a group, right? So I'll attend the group and like I'll pick the one or two that I like, and I'll be like, hey, what's good? What's popping after this after party? Are you down to like come to my place for some after party? Wink, wink. And I would see how they respond. Ideally, I don't expect any girl to say yes or no. And if they do, sure. If they don't, I'm cool either way. So the key lessons I've learned from this whole thing is, number one, you don't have to respond to every accusation or everything people say about you on the internet. I guess number two, which I didn't add in the video, is that you don't have to brag about you being better than anyone, because if it's clear, it's clear, right? So if it's clear, the views and the cash you're making and in your bank, you don't have to say it. Number three, stop DMing these women, guys. Stop DMing them. DM them, say hi, say hey, get their phone number, call them, guys. Or even better, meet them in real life, look them in the eyes, speak to them, man to woman. Anything you say is said between you and them at that specific point in time. Once you go around DMing them, the whole world can literally eavesdrop on your conversations with any babe, guys. So don't ever do that, guys. Especially if you have a platform and if you're in a position to which you can lose something, right? You wouldn't want to leave any paper trails, guys. And then what was the last one? I can't remember exactly what the last one was, but I think these are my main giveaways, guys. This was kind of like a freestyle video. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. I hope you like this video, guys. So I generally make self-development content for creators who are interested in technology, minimalism, spirituality, and the ability to work remotely as an independent freelancer. So if you like content like this, if you feel content like this speaks to you, please subscribe, and I promise to give you guys a lot more content, guys. Hope you like this video. If you do, share with your friends. Peace.